Wait. How do you eat your corn?
Demonstration of it.
How do you eat your corn?
I eat mine like a Rolodex.
Yeah.
Jeff eats his like a typewriter. How do you eat your corn?
Put it in the comments below.
Put it in the comments below. You got corn on your hand.
That's all right. I don't have it in my hair like you do. Because your Rolodex is flapping and throwing corn all over the place.
I know.
Dentoids, we're the Dentoids. We're a silly army family. We like to make fun of almost every little thing we see. Let's drive our motorhome down the road. We both have sheep wranglers as our code. When you see the Dentoids, watch out for the golf cart and the loud parts. Loving the gay old time. Hello, let's go.
Come on, dude. All right, I'm marking you down. Passport with a Toyota. I'm following you.
Is that not a GMC?
Loser. Dentoid Adventures, bringing you the campground review from the creek instead of the fireside. Something different, changing it up. So here we are sitting in Sherman's Creek. You know Sherman.
Sherman Hemsley?
I was thinking of Sherman from the cartoon. What was the with the dog? Underdog? Wasn't that Sherman?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. We got car coming. Time out.
PB Sherman.
Who?
Sherman Munster. Oh, that's Herman.
Sherman the Squirmin? Wasn't that Muttley?
Muttley was from
Oh, the Dick
the
Dastardly.
race thing.
Yeah.
The wacky race.
Yeah, I don't really remember the Sherman thing.
Underdog. Sherman was the little boy.
They were looking like, hey, that's Dentoid Adventures down there.
We want to get in their video.
Can we not do that now since we're doing our video? Can
I thought we had timed out.
Can we grow up a
I
little
thought we
bit?
timed out. Did we time out or not time out? I'm a professional.
Depends.
Well, we
Depends
timed
on-
out, but everyone was talking.
It
so.
depends on
Review
what's
the
being
footage.
said and
Yeah. So,
but is it worthy of being on the video?
Sherman's Creek.
All right, are we back?
We're back. Sherman's
Oh.
Creek.
Oh.
There it is.
Silence your phone.
It's official.
Sherman's Creek.
Sherman's Creek in Loysville, Pennsylvania. And what campground is in Loysville, Pennsylvania?
Paradise Stream.
Baby.
Paradise Stream Family Campground. So here we are. And this is one of the amenities. You get to sit in the creek.
Or try and float down it.
Yes, there were some floaters yesterday. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a good terminology. There were people floating down the creek yesterday. Not floaters down the creek. So, let's get right down to it.
Okay. Paradise Stream. family campground.
Not a resort.
Check that box.
Yep. What is the price? Did we figure it out? Isn't it like 70,
Yeah.
70-ish?
It was under 80 bucks.
Under 80 bucks. So, campground rates, right? Not resort rates. And all the roads are gravel, sites are gravel. Again, campground, right? Not trying to be not calling themselves a resort while still being a campground. They're actually calling themselves what they are. So we all appreciate that, I think.
Yep. However, they do have some resort-like amenities
Yepper.
and upgrades from the last time we were here.
Those amenities are
Well, I saw new shuffleboard court.
The mini golf looked like it was resurfaced.
Yes,
the
at
right
least
term?
re-turfed.
Returfed.
returfed, yeah.
Re-turfed.
Returfed.
And, oh boy.
We might be banned from YouTube. For
Yeah, that was not, that can't make final cut there. But they did add to the pool.
that. They made a new pool. Yes.
Yeah, a little pool.
It's smaller. I mean, the pool that they already have is not very big anyway. So I guess because of that, they added another pool right next to it, which is a little bit smaller.
But it goes from 3 to 5 feet.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still depth-wise, it's pretty good. And then
And-
they also added a splash pad for the kiddos. So that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Right across from the mini golf, shuffleboard, and pool area is a basketball/pickleball court, and that has a new surface on. I think they had it last year, but it's still newish.
It also has hopscotch, the ability to
Oh,
play
yeah.
on, and foursquare,
Yes.
Yes.
and a gaga pit
Yes. Gaga pit too.
right next to some nice bathhouse.
Yeah. They also have 2 playground areas. One's a big one, one's a small one. And we talked about this yesterday, at least I did. I have never seen so many kids using a campground playground. It was pretty cool. There was like tons of kids. This is a family campground, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
There's probably more kids here than any other campground.
I think you're right.
So with a lot of kids brings a lot of noise. So that is one, maybe a drawback. If you want a quiet campground, don't come here on a weekend. Let's put it that way. Because there are lots of kids screaming, yelling, doing kid stuff, which is fine.
But for the most part, they went to bed at kid time.
Yeah, they did.
You know.
It was funny. We were sitting out last night and it was just starting to get dark. So it was maybe like 8 o'clock-ish. And I was like, oh man, these kids are still screaming and blah, blah, blah. And it was like a switch went and all of a sudden it got quiet. So I don't know if it was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock and then it was quiet then the rest of the
Yep.
night. So yeah. They have an arcade, which is actually a pretty nice one. They have quite a few games in it.
They have,
You can win prizes,
Yeah, win prizes.
you get the tickets
tickets.
and you take them back to the store and redeem them.
Right, and the store is actually a pretty nice one. It's one of the better ones. Ranks up there with Twin Grove and who else did we say? It kind of ranks up there with Buttonwood, I guess.
Yep.
So lots of stuff, lots of shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts, that kind of stuff. But they also have your essentials, in case you forget, butter or eggs or bacon or whatever. They have all that stuff too. And they have 6 flavors of ice cream,
6 or 8.
6 or 8.
6 or 8
I think 8.
scoops, hand dipped ice cream. So we went in every day and got ice cream. And they also have a little pedal car track.
Yeah.
I didn't see that really being used this weekend.
No, I did.
I
Oh,
saw
did
a
you?
couple.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot, but yeah, I saw a few in there.
And apparently there is also where they have the
There's
trike track
an
is
escape
also an escape room. It looks like a shed to me. I don't know how hard it'd be to escape from it.
It's probably for
but-
kids.
Well, they probably locked the door
Oh,
and say,
okay.
hey, try and get out.
Okay. That could be it.
I don't know. But yeah, we should ask about that.
Probably
Yeah.
actually.
It's
Yeah.
probably for kids.
Well, yeah.
They also have bundled firewood that you can get, or they have this big container full called I think it's called the Weekender, that they have to bring with a tractor because it's so big, and I'm sure it's a little bit cheaper than buying separate bundles of wood.
Oh.
How much is the wood?
How much is wood? How much is wood?
How much is it?
How much?
How much is the wood? How much is it?
I don't know.
How much is
I
it?
wanted them to ask.
How much is the wood?
$53.
How much is the wood?
53.
Is it?
It's 53. It's 11 bundles plus some kindling.
But they also have an on-site winery that sells wine slushies. 5 Schmucks Winery. So this, to me, this is what sets this campground apart for us, is the wine slushie. So we have gotten a slushie every day. This is actually our
Or
second
two.
one of the day, and it's only 2 o'clock.
What time
Because
do
they
open?
close early on Sunday.
Yeah, they close early on
Which,
Sunday. They miss
well,
the
they
Sunday.
should. That's fine.
I recommend the trash can flavor.
What other flavor would you recommend?
The trash can.
And if they didn't have a trash can, what would you get?
The trash can.
And what is the trash can?
That's everything.
Yeah, it's all the
combination
flavors. They just put them all into one thing. So,
So, but they also sell bottled wine.
uh-huh.
They also sell food.
Yeah,
really
and
good.
good
Sorry?
food.
It's really good.
yeah, a decent menu worth of food, which I didn't remember actually. I
Yeah.
thought they might have had those little specials, and that was it. But they
Yeah,
had
no,
like
they
a
had a
decent
Yeah.
menu.
sandwiches, wraps, burgers, some type of shrimp,
Your mom had a shrimp thing?
Yeah, I had that too. That
Oh,
was,
you
it was
did
good.
too?
Yeah.
fries, of course.
Yeah, so it's good. Very good.
Right, and nice guys.
Yeah,
Nice schmucks.
The Schmucks are nice Schmucks.
yep. They're not schmuckety schmucks.
Right.
They're good schmucks.
So highly recommend them. When you come in, tell them that we sent you.
Exactly right. And they'll
We
probably
sent
charge you more
Huh?
because of that. They'll
What?
charge more because of that.
Right. Yeah, maybe you better not.
I don't think they know who we are.
Right, they would go, hey,
Who's that?
Dentoid Adventures said that we should check you guys out. And you'd be like, who?
Who?
What? So yeah, maybe you can say our name. It's okay.
It won't mean anything.
But then, no. And then tell them to check us out on YouTube. We'll link it down below.
So the campground itself, obviously we're in the Sherman's Creek, but they also have a lake, Lake Kimberly. It's a nice sized lake. You can rent a kayak, $10 an hour, that's a deal. They have a little fishing pier, and of course you can fish off the bank,
Catch and release.
catch and release. Sure.
Paddle boats.
Oh, they have paddle boats
Yep.
too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. They
Got to
paddle
have
boats.
2 people in them, obviously, to offset the weight and all that kind of stuff and steer or whatever.
And so you don't go around in a circle.
Right. And I think you can also get a canoe, or you can use a canoe.
Okay. They have some hiking trails in and around the campground itself. I don't think they really have biking trails. I've never seen a biking trail.
But you could definitely bike the hiking trail if you have a
Mountain bike.
Mountain bike.
That'd
mountain
be-
bike.
You'd have to be pretty good to do that.
You don't want to use your electric bike
Right.
unless it's an electric mountain bike.
And in the campground itself, all the roads are gravel. So riding a bike is a little hairy at times because it's kind of hilly here. So, you know, you're going down a hill, going around a turn. You got to be careful because it can be a little slippery. But it's certainly navigable. It's not, you know, not hard to do. You just got to be careful. And then, like you said, they also have the Lost Village. It is something that I guess they do around Halloween. And I guess they must decorate it, maybe have some people up there to scare you. But it is, if you walk up there even during the day, it is kind of a creepy looking place.
Yeah, it looks abandoned.
Yeah, it looks abandoned.
Looks like a lost village.
It looks like a lost village. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
I could imagine it being kind of scary at night around Halloween.
Yeah.
The sites themselves are generally nice. We never really did look it up. We guesstimated there's 300 sites here. There could be more. This is our third time here, and we've been in 3 different areas of the campground. The first time we got their platinum sites, and I hated those.
It almost made us not come back
Yes,
because of Jeff. He did not want to come back.
I did not want to come back.
But
Number one-
I had a friend who said, "We love it there. Try another site. We're at this site." So yeah.
So platinum sites, again, the word platinum makes you think it's the best. It's the top. It's the pinnacle of sites. These sites were so unlevel, it wasn't even funny. And there was no grass. It was AstroTurf.
It was former.
Former football and soccer field AstroTurf. So you had the lines on it.
It was recycled.
It was
Yeah.
recycled. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
No, there is when it's at a campground. I mean, okay. So people will make fun of other people because they, number one, camp in a campground, or they camp in a camper instead of a tent or whatever. And here's a campground that has AstroTurf instead of grass. I didn't get it. So yes, I did not like that. I did not want to come back, but everyone kind of convinced me to give it another try.
And it was paved, right?
No,
No, they're still
They weren't
gravel.
paved.
They're still-
Oh,
It
okay.
was,
They're
it was the
still
AstroTurf was
Oh, okay.
separated each site.
Oh, okay.
right. Still stone and very uneven, unlevel.
Plus, we were beside the.
Oh yeah, we were beside the maintenance
Maintenance.
building, and the aforementioned tractor that takes all these big things of wood to campsites was constantly going by, and that thing is noisy. But I think that was probably the first day we were here, which was probably a Friday, so it was busier than normal as far as that thing going by. But anyway, I didn't like it. Didn't want to come back, but everyone talked me into it. So the next year, which was last year, we were able to obtain 2 sites. I think they're called Lake View
Yes.
sites. And
They were nice.
the view is real and spectacular. The sites are a little tight,
A little bit.
tighter than any of the others in here, but the view makes up for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So we really, really like that. The one problem with those sites is there is no shade, and the week that we were here last year, it was really hot.
Yeah.
And
More summertime.
yeah, and it was a little hot. We were a little late in
Booking?
booking. Thank
Oh.
you,
I-
Slushy. We were a little late in booking
Only
this
several.
year, so we couldn't get the Lakeview site. So we got a couple of other sites. Now, your motorhome is 41 feet, mine's 37 feet. We got these sites that, by their online description, could fit both of us.
Next to each other.
And the sites are next to each other. Right. Very nice sites. I like the sites.
Yes,
I
I do.
do.
Yep.
Shady. Yeah, they're
There's stuff to separate.
Private.
Yeah.
yeah. But these sites are only level if you have a 30-foot camper.
Yeah, I think that's
Anything with a
accurate.
longer wheelbase, you're going to be way off level. And we both had to use almost every single block that we had to get us level. So that's my complaint about that, is the site actually is nice except for that. It's not really made for especially a longer wheelbase vehicle, which they should, say that in their description of the particular site.
Yeah, it definitely can house that length. However, I don't think they could level it because then coming down would
It'd be a
impossible.
huge, right.
So
Right.
I get that, but yeah, I use, like Jeff said, almost every block. Plus, I think I maxed out my jacks too. On top of the blocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't have went any more. I don't believe.
But just looking, especially around our area, other sites are very level.
Mhm.
I don't remember having any problem in the Lakeview sites.
Oh no,
leveling.
no, they were very level.
So they were
There
level
was
too.
no
So
problem.
it's just, we've been here 3 times. 2 times we've been very unlevel in the sites that we've had. but just might have been bad luck on our part.
I
you know.
think we might have got just the few of them that aren't level.
Yeah.
Because looking around, for the most part, I think, yeah, it's a well
Yeah.
groomed campground as far as that goes. So we're being fussy about us
Yeah. Well, it's not being fussy.
because it's all about us.
But we're being real.
Our experience.
It's what we want.
But you said about the grooming of the campground, not overly
Decorated.
decorated. Good word. Not overly decorated with plants and flowers and stuff, but very well maintained, very clean for the most part. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's not a whole lot of trash or anything. The fire pits are amazing. They're
Yeah,
like the
they're-
best fire pits.
It's
at
a
campground.
masonry run
Yeah.
fire pit.
Yeah, really cool.
They take the usual truck ring and they build around it an actual piece of, not furniture, but
Yeah.
a decorative
Stone.
item. Yeah.
Yeah.
Text
One
me
thing
again.
I forgot to mention is the mini golf is open to the public.
Yes.
There's actually a sign out at the entrance,
yeah,
which is kind of cool.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're in this area, it's a real nice mini golf.
It is.
Spot.
And if you're in this area, there's probably nothing else to do. Because you're going through these little, I don't even know if you call them towns. I guess they're more like villages
Big town.
where there's like, 6 or 8 houses and then that's it.
But
So-
they have a huge
Bunker
high
Burger
school.
Road.
That school we go by is huge.
Yes.
So there's got to be a lot of community that we're just not seeing.
Well, the back roads like Twin Valley, right? Twin Valley's a big school, but there's no real town.
Right.
You have Morgantown and
It just covers a lot of area.
I mean,
Yeah.
All right, we're
Valley's-
digressing.
Twin Valley's like graduating class was like half the size of mine though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. O&J doesn't have a town to go to.
They got Bucktown.
We
Hey,
have
Bucktown
Dude,
and Canower Town.
we'll have like spirit
And
days.
St. Peter's
Village.
Village.
We would have like spirit days, and sometimes it would be like Bucktown. You just have Bucktown Day, and it's basically dressed like the Hicks at my school. So some
go.
kids, they were just wearing what they always wear.
Ah!
I'm like, you don't even live on a farm, dude. Get a grip. You live in a neighborhood with like a cul-de-sac. Like, get a grip. Don't be dressing like you live on a farm.
That's funny.
Anyway,
So, yeah,
back
are
to
we
the
missing
campground.
anything
Um,
as far as the campground goes?
we had good electric.
Oh yeah. So the sites themselves.
Yes.
Electric was great. We actually had too much power. We had over 120
Yes. So did I.
volts or watts or
I
whatever
think
the heck they
I
are.
think my one side was 121, and when I first hooked up, it was the other side was 123.
Yeah.
Water pressure was average.
Yeah. I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
Wi-Fi was really good.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Wi-Fi is excellent here. So they don't have cable TV. And like you said, you tried your antenna.
I tried to use the air, and I got 4 channels, and even those 4 were blurry.
Right.
You know, if you moved in the camper, they
Right.
went all wacky.
AT&T service, 1 or 2 bars. Verizon,
Roughly
same.
the same.
Yeah.
so you couldn't stream via your phone or your iPad or something. But their Wi-Fi is excellent. We could stream TV via Wi-Fi
Get a room.
with no problem. So yes, kudos on them for having really good Wi-Fi.
You could almost freaking grab them.
She has 2 dragonflies having sex on her leg.
Oh man, I was just getting.
Oh,
There are quite a few seasonals here, but I mean, there are still a lot of transient sites.
Yeah.
So, especially down on the, I would call it the lower level, along the creek, that area.
Yeah, all the ones along the creek are definitely transients.
Yeah.
But I-
Camping. They do have some cabins, just a handful, but they also have something called the lodge, which is like a house. It's really big. I have no idea how much it costs, but it is rentable, and there were some people here this weekend that rented it, so that's really nice. So you do not have to have a camper to come here, and lots of tent sites, and there were people tenting, and they have some glamping
Tents.
tents and yurts and whatever you might call them. You okay then?
I wouldn't call them a yurt because a yurt is the round building.
I didn't know if that's what a yurt was, if it had to be round.
I
or...
think so.
Okay.
But I don't know that.
Okay.
But they call them glamping tents. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like a permanent tent.
Yes. And it's really cool because it's kind of back away from the rest of the campground. It's probably super quiet back there.
I would think so.
And it's kind of close to the creek.
Until we come drive by
Yeah.
multiple times a day.
Right. But I mean, it's kind of out away from everything. So that's kind of cool.
And they do have that, I don't know what you call it, a themed farm implement that you can stay in.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of like a wagon / tractor type thing made into a camper.
We know our farm equipment.
Come on, I gotta pee.
Let's be pros. Come on.
Oh, you have to pee. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
Well, let's go. We'll both go to the
All
bathhouse.
right. So
Hold hands.
hold hands.
like nobody's taking a
All
shower.
right. So
Hot
our
now.
pros and our cons.
Are you doing that yet, too? I got to hold it that much longer?
Well, let's hurry.
Is it bad?
So, 4 things, one each, that we like about the campground, and 4 things that we don't like. And we cannot duplicate. That's our rule. Okay? Who wants to go first? Okay. Well, you start one of them. I'll start the other.
Okay.
What's this? Oh, like we're going to go positives, and then you'll go
You can
negatives.
do positive or
vice
negative,
versa.
whatever you
Whatever you
want.
want.
Yep.
Let's do negatives first.
All right. Negatives first.
And I'm going first.
Car.
I don't like all the cars that are coming by.
Agree. Oh, I think he went over the
But he
bridge.
went over the covered bridge that's right up the street, which is pretty cool. I don't have a lot of negative, other than the site was not level, which, you know, you're going to run into that pretty much no matter where you go, unless you're going to those higher end resorts that they're all paved. But yeah, it was a little much, but we did get level, which was good. So, but that would be my negative. Next.
This is hard because I don't really can't think of anything. But well, the only thing when we were riding our bikes, the loose gravel, I guess. But you know, that's not that
Again,
bad of a negative.
We're nitpicking.
Yeah, that's a nitpick thing.
Yeah, I'd say, I don't know how to explain it, but like the golf cart, when I was driving it personally, I'm like this. And like, it's very, also like kind of jerky. At least ours always is. It seems to be the thing anywhere we go.
Yeah,
We always get the crappy one.
I agree with you. Like you could
It's this
keep your
year.
foot at a level, steady spot, but yet it surged and came back.
Oh,
and
it's
stuff.
like Dave's driving.
Yes,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
and we've had several of those even this year.
And then like you hit a bump and you're like,
And
that.
yeah, and the seat
And my-
was back further than most.
yeah.
Well-
when I got back from driving, I was like, my back hurts.
Well,
It's not
and then
comfortable.
when you're sitting in the back, your head's hitting the roof.
Yeah, the roof isn't
Yeah.
up high enough.
Yeah.
Jeff, your turn.
I think the platinum sites are a joke. There, I
We
said
didn't
it.
even say.
I just think
He
they're
didn't bring
stupid.
up Upper Seward.
I'm still salty about the platinum sites from 2 years ago.
The
Yeah.
first time we ever stayed here.
First time we ever stayed here.
Still,
I just think they're stupid.
still holding a grudge.
They charge you more for an unlevel site that has astroturf around it. I just don't get it. But that's me. So, if you can take anything from these criticisms, it's
Pretty
yeah,
good.
we had trouble coming up with something.
You had to
That
go
tells
back
you-
2 years to find one.
That-
You
yeah, I had
didn't
to
even
go
have
back
one
2
from
years.
this trip.
Well, he does have one from this trip.
Don't bring it up. You didn't bring it up.
Oh, what did I forget to say?
because
Nothing.
you haven't dumped yet.
Oh yeah, okay, that is very good. That is very good, and not
But
not,
it's only your
not my
site.
personal dump, the dump from the motorhome. So my real negative, as Kim reminded me, the sewer inlet. The sewer inlet is like this high. It's like a good 6 inches, right? water does not flow uphill very well. So when you're trying to dump, the initial amount of water does flow up and then down into the drain. But eventually your sewer hose fills with the residual water that did not have the oomph to flow uphill and down into the sewer depository. So I don't know why you couldn't cut that off to make it 2 inches above the ground. But the big problem is that the inlet is not threaded. So you can't thread your we have an elbow, our hose hooks up to an elbow that goes in. So we can't thread that elbow in there, because what happens is, because it's so high and that water is rushing down, it wants to flip our elbow out, or the hose out of the inlet. If it was threaded, it wouldn't be such a big deal. You could still pick your hose up and dump the remaining fluid into it. So that's a negative. Saw that off and make it lower to the ground, and then it would solve all the problem.
Is it just our site?
Well, his is high, but not as high as ours.
Right.
Oh.
And the site on our other side of us is low. It's like this
Yeah.
far off the ground, which is what they should be. But anyway, again, we had to nitpick to find something wrong. So, what are the good things about this campground?
That there's a bathhouse that I gotta go pee in.
Okay, I'm supposed to go first. That's what we said.
Yeah, but I have to go pee.
Okay,
Like now?
all right, go pee.
Is that all right?
Go ahead, go pee.
Was it just
Dang.
wood? Like a...
It was part of the forest that I was scourging through, trying to find our dinner.
You were scourging in the forest?
You guys done?
What? All right.
Another epic
I wonder
long
if there's
video.
any trail cams around here. Just saw everything that just went on.
Sure, it's something they've seen before then.
What do we like about this campground?
That you can pee in the woods.
That you can pee in the woods or in the creek, as long as you're
No,
upstream from
no,
your friends.
Do not get that in there. All right.
Since I'm first, I'm going to say it. The 5 Schmucks. Come on, man. You can't beat the 5 Schmucks winery.
They're good dudes.
Yeah, and they're good dudes. They have good food, they have good wine slushies, and they're good dudes.
Yep.
So, good on them.
Thumbs up to the Schmucks.
Thumbs up to the Schmucks.
The 4 jerks say okay to the Schmucks.
The 4 jerks like the 5 Schmucks.
There you go. Sorry.
Mary?
I don't know, I guess.
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi.
I was about to say, like, you interrupted me. But yeah, I guess, like, how good the Wi-Fi is, because we could actually, like, stream something, and we don't normally do that. But we don't stream, like, with, like, a Fire Stick like they do. We have an HDMI cord that goes to either our phone or our...
We
Don't
can
matter.
do that, though. We should just bring a Fire Stick with us.
Yeah. Kim?
I like the service of the, like, from check-in, everybody was very nice. And when we were getting ice cream last night, we went in like, 10 minutes before closing time. I don't even know if it was that. And they were very polite and took care of us, and they're just very nice people all around. Next.
I like the surroundings. I like the area. The campground itself, it reminds me of camping. Not that we're real campers or anything like that, but it reminds me of when I was a kid and what I thought a campground was like. You come in here, you're off the beaten path. To get here, you have a long, like, as far as you can see up there, that's where the driveway starts to come in here, and as long as you can see down there, that's finally where you get to where the check-in is. And there's a covered bridge if you just go down this creek here, and
That you don't have to go over.
right, it tells you have to.
You will get a warning that you're going to go over something that's too low. If you're using a Garmin or something, you turn right before you get to that covered bridge. So don't worry about that.
Yep. So that's my like. I like the whole campground. I like the feel of it.
Yeah, and we didn't talk
The
about
amenities.
well, and the amenities, sure.
Just the-
But we didn't talk about where this actually is. It's in central Pennsylvania, 45 minutes north of Harrisburg, half hour north of Harrisburg.
Yeah, in a camper, it's probably 45 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So it's centrally located. We're from southeastern Pennsylvania, Pottstown area. No one knows where that is, but it takes us about 2.5 hours to get here. So an easy drive, it really is. And you could probably say that for the rest of the state, you know, because again, it's in the center of the state, pretty much.
Mhm.
So I think we're all in agreement. Do we even have to do this?
Yeah, we do.
All right. Thumbs up. Double thumbs up. Absolutely.
Paradise Stream.
Paradise Dream, family campground.
I want to come back even with that when we don't have a motorhome anymore.
That's how good the Schmucks is. That's why.
That's how good. We're just gonna come see the Schmucks. Heck with the Woids. We're just coming for the Schmucks.
Forget us.
All right. So are we done? Are we
So,
done being?
so
If you
anyway,
see this,
if you
sorry.
ever see us, you know, just say hi. You know,
Yeah, we're not
We're-
unapproachable.
yeah.
we're
We like to
stupid.
have fun, and if you want to have fun with us,
Come on.
come on.
There you go.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
Quiet motorcycle.
Slower and slower and slower. It's one of the schmucks.
Okay, where is this thing? I don't remember.
On the road
Going
to the
up
tent.
to the tent on the left-hand
To the
side.
left.
Has a deck in front of it.
The dog that barked at us when we would go
Oh,
in but
the
not come out.
caboose.
It's not a
freaking
caboose.
No, it's not a caboose.
No, it's not a train.
No.
That's a freaking train thing. Y'all are idiots. It looks just like. You guys have been drinking way too much. I'm the only
Okay.
sober one. I think I can.
This stuff. Just can't go pee now.
Dang it.
I think they're looking at us like we're part of
Part of them.
a scene. I don't know.
The scenery,
I
like
don't
we're
know.
like we're a deer.
We're like
We're
we're the wildlife.
we're
We're the
paid
wildlife.
employees of Stony Brook.
Yeah, we're the wildlife.
Carry on.
Are we done? Are we going back?
Get me one, too.
drink.
Now we're gonna relax in the creek.
You get me one?
Now we're gonna do what we came here to do. Turn around and start going like this.
Well, because it wasn't yours.